Sticky notes, email alerts, a string around your finger. They're just not big enough.
So here's a big reminder from the California Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is over $300 million. Whew. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player plan.
Good Monday morning. Welcome into the 7 a.m. hour of the Morning Roast, broadcasting from the Greenway Equipment Studios, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market on Harlow Street in Bangor, next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, their tasty Jamaican patties. Visit the brewer location on Wilson Street next to Hannaford 2. And Next Home, they're the market leader. Get looped and get sold with the Next Home experience. Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar here for you on this Tuesday morning. Gregory, how are you?
June has started off well, my friend, and thank God they got it done too, so we don't have to just dance around today. Is it today? Is it tomorrow? Whatever. Nope. Boom. First day, got it done. Did we pay a lot? We did, but you know what? We got the guy we wanted, and it's nice. It's like, let's kick the can down the road for once and go after something, which they finally did. A.J. Brown is a Patriot. Couldn't be more thrilled.
Marcus, how are you?
Yeah, must be nice sitting in your ivory tower and everything works out over here in Boston, huh? Must be fantastic. I wonder what that's like. The one Boston team I actually support sucks. They stink.
Tough sledding out there for your Miami cohort called your fellow Dolphins fan in the 6 o'clock hour and is expecting one win.
Derek and I are in the same boat.
One win.
So, I think we'll get 5. I wouldn't be mad if it was 1.
All right.
You know?
Yeah. Also, we'll get into the A.J. Brown. I want to clean up one thing from this day in history. I said that Heath Ledger based his Joker performance on Charlie Watts.
That didn't sound right.
Tom Waits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a very different character.
Tom
right there.
Waits.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. Poor Charlie Watts taking strays.
Yes, I apologize.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
Tom
beyond
Waits.
the grave.
There's an interview that he did that Tom Waits did in '79 that was a little bit.
Okay.
You can see the parallels there.
Sure.
Interesting guy, but sorry, Charlie, for all that.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is a Patriot. We'll talk with Dave Peck about it coming up in about a half an hour here. We do need to get one more caller for our Red Sox home run contest. We got our Sox Prop, so we got a bunch of stuff. But Greg, your just initial thoughts on the saga coming to an end. Will they, won't they? They will. They trade for A.J. Brown, and they give up a first and a fifth-round pick.
Yep, they did something unpatriot-like. They got a little uncomfortable. And sometimes to get what you want, you got to get a little uncomfortable. And it just, we didn't see this, for a wide receiver at the very least, we did not see this throughout the Belichick era. This is got Mike Vrabel's fingerprints all over this one, right? This is a new era. It's the guy he wanted. This is not what the Crafts normally do. So Vrabel has kind of stuck his neck out a little bit on this one in terms of what they had to pay. But I like the fact that they said, whatever, we need this. And now the whole wide receiver room just kind of level sets. It's amazing how this kind of comes together now.
So it is a high price to pay.
Yeah.
It is a first-round pick in 2028. It is a fifth-round pick in 2027. And you give Drake May a number 1 wide receiver option. If you I'll go up. ESPN gives the Patriots a B- for the trade and gives the Eagles an A-.
Yeah, on paper,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, how he won that trade? He acquired A.J. Brown for a first and a third. He got rid of him for a first and a fifth after 4 years. It's a pretty good deal, Howie. Pretty good deal.
If we talked about this a little last hour, but is there a world where you would have liked to have seen them wait this out a bit and wait for that price to come down and perhaps is there some other team out there? You just saw the Giants sign 2 wide receivers yesterday, Juju Smith-Schuster and Odell Beckham Jr. You can't tell me that they wouldn't rather have, A.J. Brown in the room.
Oh, yeah. With Malik Neighbors, that'd go well. But yeah, no. Like, you needed this to happen. You want to get A.J. Brown out there, get him working with Drake May as soon as possible. Let's get those guys on the same page. It wasn't, they could have dickered around with it a little bit longer maybe, but whatever. It's fine. I'd rather get the guy in the room and get him working with the kid.
All right, Marcus, let's do some headlines and highlights. We'll hear from some talking heads here about this. But Acadia Federal Credit Union, their newest location is now open in Wilson Street and Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches in Bangor, Brewer, and Aroostook County. Learn more at acadiafcu.org. And Dean's Detailing, leader in auto detailing for 55 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, look good, feel good, clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Let's do it there, Marcus. All right, Patriots not the only ones making move. We'll get to that in a second. But first, here's Mike Felger's reaction to the A.J. Brown trade. I hear that, and I don't really worry about A.J. Brown being an issue here because of what's in place. I think that you've got a very unique situation in Philadelphia with a quarterback who I think is not the best locker room guy.
Right.
I think Jalen Hurts is very good. Just ask him, he'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just a totally different kind of quarterback than Drake May is.
And the Sirianni stuff is interesting as well. Like, is he the kind of in-the-room guy? Does he have the kind of skills that Mike Vrabel has? I don't think so.
No, he's not. He doesn't connect with the players like Vrabel does. Very few do. But yeah, I'm not worried about the malcontent. The only thing that worries me about A.J. Brown that should worry, Patriots Nation, if you're going to be concerned, is the knee, is the injury potential there.
So we'll see. And what you've heard is that that's kind of asked and answered on the knee, and he works it like a pro. And and I mean, it's not going to get better.
Nope.
But he's coming off multiple 1,000-yard receiving years for the Eagles in his time there. Also in the NFL, Myles Garrett, now no longer a Cleveland Brown. Carl from Steel Cove, got to be pretty happy with this one. He's now headed to the LA Rams. Browns received Jared Verse, a 2027 first-round pick, a 2028 second-round pick, and a 2029 third-round pick. So Verse, in and of himself, is a pretty good player. Might be worthy of a first-round pick by himself.
Right. That kind of flipped it, for Cleveland, I think, is getting Verse in that deal.
So Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, is headed to the LA Rams. They instantly become the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl next year.
Absolutely. They are. Talk about Patriots kind of moving their chips in the middle. Rams are all in, like it is the next couple of years or bust.
So, Carl, feel free to let us know if you're great on this one, if you do get into sell range. I'd love to hear that. Other stuff out there. Russell Wilson finalizing a deal to become a CBS sports analyst. Excited to hear Russell Wilson on the call?
I'm excited to see what happens. Let's see how it goes. You never know.
And I'll be interested to see how he does in the booth.
Yeah, it could be an absolute train wreck, or it could be really good, and we'll see.
And Stanley Cup final starts tonight, 8:00. Golden Knights, Hurricanes. You jacked up for that?
I'm about as jacked up as I can be for it. I mean, both teams bring interesting things to the table. I think it should be a great series. Carolina has just been on an absolute roll in these playoffs. They've only lost once. Vegas coming off of sweeping the best team in hockey. I think it's going to be a great battle. And if you're just looking for something to watch, I think it's going to be great hockey.
I'm hoping it's like 2-2 going into the third. I worry it's going to be like 4-1 Carolina going into the third.
It could very well be.
That's like Vegas has done pretty well to get to this point. I know you tell me they underachieved leading into the beginning parts of the season, but Carolina just seems like they've got it cooking on all cylinders.
They're on a mission. Rod Brindamore is sniffed around the conference finals quite a bit, and I'd like to see him get one. Would be great, but I got to pull for Tortorella and the Vegas Knights, man. You Maine Blackbeard, baby.
Absolutely. All right, stuck on the side of the road, Union Street Towing has you covered 24/7 statewide, from breakdowns to lockouts to get you moving fast. 942-4200, driven to be there when you need them most. And Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. Back with more right after this. Dairy Queen in Bangor, the new DQ breakfast collection. You can enjoy a Cinnamon Toast Crunch dip cone, Fruity Pebbles shake, or the Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard treat, whether it's breakfast time or not. Visit 668 Broadway in Bangor. DQ, happy tastes good. All right, Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar here on this Tuesday morning. We'll talk with Dave Peck in a couple of minutes. Also, we'll give you our Sox prop and get one more person in on our home run contest. Talked about the New England Patriots trading for A.J. Brown. Also out there is some of the stuff about the Boston Red Sox and the leadership under Craig Breslow. So our old buddy Lance Dobbins Remember Lance Dobbins?
No, I remember Lance Dobbins. I liked Lance Dobbins.
He is Hunter Dobbins' dad.
Yeah.
Had some revisionist history errors with his
friendship with Andy Pettit.
Yeah. Either way, here's what Lance Dobbins had to say. Didn't hold back being fiercely critical of the Red Sox front office. And so he said, let's see, Lance Dobbins, father of former Red Sox pitcher Hunter Dobbins, just absolutely torched Craig Breslow in the front office on social media. This is from Jeffrey Reynolds on X. Didn't hold back, fiercely defending pitching coach Andrew Bailey while placing 100% of the blame for the team's struggles and pitching limitations on the analytics department. According to Dobbins, quote, people behind computers, unquote, are dictating the pitches, forcing the coaching staff to operate with one hand tied behind their backs. He completely slammed the organization's heavy reliance on driveline, calling it the answer to everything but winning games. Most notably, he pointed out the constant wave of pitcher ailments and hitter wrist hand injuries, like Roman Anthony's torn finger ligament, saying it isn't just pure bad luck, it's a direct byproduct of the front office's rigid spreadsheet-driven training methods. Meanwhile, Hunter Dobbins was traded to the Cardinals for Wilson Contreras and immediately found success after throwing his sinker again. He says the pressure on Breslow's analytic heavy culture is officially reaching a boiling point.
Yeah, I mean, it's, all the talk now, right? Like, this is what we're hearing. It's kind of blowing up in their face a little bit. They're not treating the players like players. They're treating them, like a video game. And you just can't do that.
It does seem a lot of round peg, square hole kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, let's get our hands on Caleb Durbin and let's make you into a power hitter.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Let's take Christian Campbell and, I don't know, do whatever they did to Christian Campbell.
Yeah, spin him around in circles, and now he's like barely a pro ball player. It's a mess. It's a mess, and to think that it's resulting in injuries now, like that's interesting. Like that's a part that I find interesting. It's like, okay, is it the mechanics that the computer is spitting out that they're forcing these players to do and getting in their head like that? I mean, yeah, you had Roman Anthony in the World Baseball Classic looking like as advertised as to what he was going to become, and now he can't get healthy.
It's an interesting spot to find this team in where you do approach a critical juncture where you're probably going to be in a spot of selling pieces off, where people are going to come calling, wanting things. And if you're not going to climb your way back into contention, it's a spot where you could really, bring in quite a windfall. Like,
you sure could.
Aroldis Chapman is very valuable.
That's the one.
I think Sonny Gray,
right,
the season he's had so far. Now, I don't think that you're quite ready to start selling everything off yet.
Right.
But the question does, and we talked about it last hour, it comes back around, is Craig Breslow the guy you want making these decisions? How many guys have to go elsewhere and find success before you recognize that operationally something just isn't quite working here?
The model is broken.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because you see that happen, and it's like, okay, what was the difference? The difference is driveline. The difference is how they go about operating their entire baseball operations, really.
Well, let's see here. Play number 2 here. This is Theo Epstein talking with Carl Ravitch on his podcast just about the way numbers have driven how the Red Sox operate. I wonder how much longer Breslow's got in him.
Not much.
You've got Red Sox with the Orioles with a series that starts tonight, and then you're at the Yankees over the weekend, and you just wonder, does a skid do you in?
Right. I think it definitely does now. I mean, you have a minority owner with a big name, and the guy that kind of brought Breslow over, too, saying we are out of whack. This is completely out of whack. We're relying way too heavily on this. And, I mean, that is shots fired.
You had David Ortiz, Marcus. You want to go with this one, Marcus? Go ahead. This is David Ortiz from go ahead.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, just kind of backing up the depths as to how much longer Breslow's got. Ortiz at his celebrity golf tournament kind of spoke to the press and just said that,
speaking on behalf of John Henry.
Exactly. He's worried. We had a conversation. I can see. I've known John a long time. Him and the whole team, him and Chairman Tom Werner, the whole group, they're working on figuring things out. this ride better. To
get this to ride better.
Yes. He knows the direction of the team, and he's worried about the team situation more than what people think he is. Ortiz said it's hard for fans to understand that Henry still cares about the team's direction because of his public demeanor. When you worry about everything in general. You worry about the team, you worry about the fans, and you worry about how everything is moving around, he said. I tell you, the boss he's working on putting the pieces that moving forward, things get better around here.
Okay, interesting. That, you can't hear it from John Henry, but you can hear it from David Ortiz, which I guess we take because we care so much.
Right.
So the two big things today is the Breslow, people, they're really starting to see like it's falling apart, and A.J. Brown traded to the Pats. What we're going to do is take a quick commercial break. We are going to do our Sox Prop, and I'm going to open up the phone lines for our Red Sox home run contest. So it's 992-9029, and then we'll get to Dave to talk about all this stuff. So 992-9029. We want to get somebody on board with our Red Sox home run contest, 992-9029. The 2026 Ticket Awards are coming June 22nd to Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. The event will be broadcast on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. 30 categories of excellence for the 25-26 sports season. Vote now at 929theticket.com. Back with more next. All right, we will get to our Caesars Sox Prop of the day in just a couple of seconds, but we got other things to deal with first. We'll go to the Heroes Hotline where we find Bob from Holden. Bob, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good this morning.
All right, we are doing okay. We've gone through. We've got one more name for you in the bucket. Greg has gone into it. This is who you will have for the entire month of June. Bob, you can root for
Marcelo Meyer.
Well, that was the name anyway.
Oh man, this season's gone down the tubes. Like, right? We're just beginning of June. I say Marcelo Meyer, and people are like, eh.
Yeah, just the silence speaks volumes there, Bob. We appreciate you listening, but hey, maybe he'll get hot. Maybe he's a warm weather guy. He could bop a couple out.
He could catch fire.
He could. Yeah. He could. A lot of things could happen. Hey, all right. Thank you for listening, and good luck to Marcelo and yourself all month long. So, Bob, poor Bob.
So much confidence.
All right, let's keep going here. Carl from Seal Cove. Carl, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good. Good morning, guys.
So, how you feeling this morning?
Sounds like the Sox are ruining everybody's summer.
Well,
really good,
it's just what you get. Like, there's like three names that you can really root for, and then you can convince yourself that like Ceddanne Rafaela is going to have that 1 month. Right.
Exactly.
Right. We're doing a home run contest with the worst home run hitting team in all of baseball.
But hey, it's something to root for. But okay? Give us a little Browns minute here. How you feeling?
Feeling good. 24-year-old on a rookie contract, all-pro guy taking over for a disgruntled 30-year-old, and we got some picks to go get a quarterback next year.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot that you find. You got no faith. Why? How come nobody wants to give Deion's kid a chance?
They're going to, but there's a reason everybody passed on him, and he lasted till the 5th round. He's just showing mistakes in training camp. He'll get his chance. Watson is looking really good, but I don't think he's going to be able to stay healthy.
Okay. How do you think? How should we feel about our move as Pats fans, you think?
But like you guys are saying, it's the knee's going to be the problem. But you are making the move. Losing that draft pick is huge, though, because you're going to need some rookie contracts once you start signing these guys.
Right.
But so you guys are making the move. How are you going to beat the Rams in the Super Bowl? How are you going to get through the AFC in the playoffs? You do need A.J. Brown. You had to make it, but you guys are just making the move too soon, I think.
We'll see. I think time will tell, and who knows how this all plays out. In a pick in 2 years, ideally, it's a very low one. It's in the 20s. But I do like the return your Browns got. I think getting Verse back essentially is like getting 2 first-round picks. And like you said, if I'm a Browns fan, what were we doing with Myles Garrett, right? So let's start building forward and get what we can. So all right, Carl, you have a great day. We appreciate you. Okay.
Okay, talk to you later, guys.
All right, Carl there giving us our Browns Minute, always appreciated. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. I want to have some time to chat with Dave Peck on the other side of things as A.J. Brown is officially the Patriots. I just watched him on SportsCenter walk into the Patriots facility this morning. Video posted of A.J. Brown at Foxborough, walking into the Pats facility. So exciting to have this new moment upon us. Also, I want to tell you about McDelivery, available when ordering through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all for just $19.99. This bundle is over 40% off and available for a limited time. Order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. All right, back with Dave right after this. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center is the official sports grill of the roast in downtown Bangor. Visit them at herosportsgrill.com. Now joining us on the Heroes hotline is Dave Peck. Dave, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're doing okay. A.J. Brown, I just watched him on SportsCenter walk into the Patriots facility. It was a beautiful sight. How are you feeling about the move finally coming to pass?
I feel good. I think a couple of things stand out to me. And I don't want to immediately say it's a concern, right? Because I'm happy he's here. And I'm sure you guys have talked about this. I do not care at all that it's a 2028 first-round pick. Like, I just, anyone who is complaining about, overpaying or getting him at value when he has a degenerative knee issue, I just don't think you've been watching the drafts that the Patriots have had, especially at that position, for the last 10 years. So I don't want to hear it. The other thing is, if you're where you're supposed to be and want to be, given the roster that you have now, that 2028 pick is basically an early second round, right? And if it's not, then things have gone wrong, and A.J. Brown is not really your issue. So that's kind of where I stand on that. But no, I'm happy, and I'm ready to go, right? I mean, you look at the wide receiver room. The biggest concern now is Kayshon Boutte going to show up? But between Romeo Doubs and A.J. Brown, you got him. Like, you have to feel good about where things are at right now.
If you look at what the Patriots have done overall to this roster in the last couple years around Drake May, they've really set a course to some major upgrades, and they've spent some pretty solid capital to do it.
Yeah, and what else do you want? Look at this offseason, right? What else do you want them to do? With their first-round pick, they get a tackle. Whether he's going to play right tackle or left tackle, we're not really sure. They get a defensive end. They get a tight end. They didn't even draft a receiver in that draft, which honestly is a good thing because they got one in free agency and they got one on the trade market. Like, if you talk about the trifecta of avenues that you can take in order to improve your team from January or February until now, it is the draft, free agency, and a trade. And they did all three. They checked all 3 boxes. Now, were they all perfect? No. Like, of course, A.J. Brown wanted out of Philadelphia for a reason. I would like to think it's because he just had a problem with these specific people there, not because he is a diva wide receiver who's going to have a problem anywhere. So I look at the fact that he's wearing Tom Brady jerseys when he's 7 years old. He's doing interviews saying that he wants to be a Patriot when he's drafted. And, oh, by the way, he played for Mike Vrabel. Like, I look at all those things, and maybe I'm naive, but say this is going to work out. The knee is a different issue, and if we did want to find a negative, I look at it and I say, in any negotiation, isn't it odd that the Patriots and the Eagles were kind of tied at the hip for 4 months and no other suitor, nobody else in the NFL really wanted him? Like that maybe that's concerning to me. And Mike Vrabel's sitting there thinking, I know this player better than anyone. And so that's why I'm going to go after him. But people who don't and can kind of separate the emotional part of it are going after Odell Beckham Jr. and Braxton Berrios instead. So, like, that's kind of like clearly teams need receivers, and they didn't want to touch him. That's odd to me.
If you look at what the Patriots have done over the, since we've been watching, where do you think A.J. Brown ranks in terms of the talent of wide receivers that we've had here over the last 20, 30 years? Because me and Greg were talking, we're putting him like number 2 behind Randy Moss. That's like he's the second best guy we've had. Sorry, Wes Welker and Julian Edelman, but in terms of talent on the field, I think he's number 2 in terms of a number 1 kind of a guy.
Yeah, he's different class than those guys, because I would give Brady and McDaniels kind of a lot of credit for their sort of role, right? And then they kind of blossomed from there. But they were almost like products of the scheme, and obviously talented. But Antonio Brown, I mean, I know.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run that he had in Miami that day. Yeah, right. So, but I mean, can you liken this? Is this like Randy Moss showing up?
I don't think necessarily. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that much of a shift. I could be wrong. I think it's hard to sit here and be like, oh, yep, they got Randy Moss 2.0. But like from a talent standpoint, this is the first sort of big name they have brought in. I think since Antonio Brown, like I'm not saying it worked out with him, but he's one of the most talented receivers in the last 10 years, right? Different part of their careers. So it's not a comparison in that sense, but like, yeah, from a talent standpoint, it's got to be him. And then after that, it's probably, this guy, probably better than bringing Deion Branch back for the 5th time.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
I would imagine. Is he more like a Dante Stallworth? Is that not giving him enough credit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I guess
it is Randy Moss.
Yeah, I mean it's not Randy Moss, but I think it's number 2 behind Randy Moss, right? In terms of nobody's going to be outranked that 07 season that Moss had, and all the things that you're talking about, all the clashes. I don't know that there's a Jalen Hurts in this locker room that's going to take away from the AJ Brown bravado, if that's the right way to put it.
So I always get. I get a little stumped as to what exactly went on there. Like, was it Jaylen Brown telling him to basically, shut up and play football? Like, what? I don't know what the clash was there. Like, they were a winning team and they won a Super Bowl together. So, like, it's a little unclear to me, what that's going to be. Does he want to be just the leader in the room? Because he kind of is that now. I don't know if that's his personality. Like, I don't know that much about his persona, if you will.
I think he's a guy who's hung a sign up on his locker that says always open. I think he wants the ball, and I think he's going to come here and get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of pause. I'm excited he's here. When you put it that way, I don't have a little bit of pause for him coming, but I have a little bit of pause because I don't like that player historically. But if it works out with Drake May and Vrabel, because it's just a better fit than fine.
Well, what it does is it the very least is it level sets the rest of the wide receiver room, right?
That's exactly right. I was talking about this yesterday. It's like, it's not even A.J. Brown. Like, yes, you have A.J. Brown and you have a talent like that, but now you talk about defenses finally having to worry about a specific player, and now Romeo Doubs is going to be better from it.
Yep.
Right? Now he's going to get like that Welker treatment when Moss was there. And so if Romeo Doubs is getting that treatment, what's Matt Collins going to do? He's going to be better. And God forbid the best training camp player in the history of the Patriots, Pop Douglas, is now the 3rd or 4th we saw on the team. Maybe he has a few more opportunities. So you're totally right. There are dividends, and it's kind of a cascading effect just by having one guy. It's not, we got A.J. Brown. It's now we kind of unlock other people to have more of an impact. I think that's the bigger thing. It's a great point.
And if he's not, if it doesn't all work out, you paid a premium to get this. You could not care about the 2028 first-round pick, but it is a high price to pay for a guy at this stage of his career.
Yes, but I don't care about that. I just don't. Like, I'm not going to, if it doesn't work out, I will, retroactively I'll say, yeah, it didn't work out and they paid a premium and they were wrong. But I'm not going to be upset about it. I just don't understand how someone can be upset when all you want is your team to invest in your players, spend money, show you want to win, show you want to go for it, right? Don't just hide behind, we're ahead of schedule, so we're not going to do any. Like, those are all the criticisms and worries that people had after this past season. Are we just going to be complacent because we're ahead of schedule and we're not going to do anything? Those are the worries. That was the conversation. And now they spent the premium to get an elite guy. Okay, maybe it won't work out, but you can't then blame them for that. I mean, that's insane to me. And I'm not saying we're doing that yet, but like, sure, if the knee becomes an issue, we'll take a hard look and we'll critique it and say it was a bad decision. But I'm not gonna blame them for stepping up to the plate and taking a daddy hack.
This is the Pats pushing the chips to the middle. Do you think Christian Gonzalez gets his money in the next month or so?
Christian Gonzalez is a player I'm good with, if I'm going to be honest. We can talk about this next week, but the more I think about it, I think he's overrated. I think he's a good player. I just think he's overrated.
Well, okay, before you go, I've said this to Greg earlier. Are they okay with moving a 2028 first-round pick because they know there's another shoe to drop and that perhaps picks will be coming back?
Maybe, and I would be fine with that. I just, because you're going to have to pay Drake May, and Christian Gonzalez is kind of on that docket as well. I just think he's overrated. People look at the Super Bowl performance. Oh, what do you mean? He broke. Those were terrible throws by Sam Darnold. If you're watching it, right? If you're actually watching it closely, they were behind him. And all season long, I don't know. It's just, he's a great player, but if you're going to pay him as the highest paid corner ever, I don't know. I'm okay with that.
All right, maybe it's a subject for next week. We didn't even get to Breslow the robot. Is Theo coming back?
That's great. Yeah, I wanted to touch on that too, but that's okay.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Is Theo coming back for the interim?
I don't know if Theo's coming back, but I just don't understand why he would say what he said. And I landed on the idea of he's actually Theo defending his own baby, and that is analytics. He's saying, basically, I created this 20 years ago, and I'm hearing all the critique as analytics is terrible, it's ruining the sport. And he's coming at people and saying, no, it's not what I created. It's not analytics. It's the person that's doing it, and he's doing it all wrong. And I'm protecting my legacy. It's not the model. It's just that he's doing it wrong, and he's not incorporating the little sprinkle of humanity in baseball that I did. That's what I land on. I think it's actually self-serving of him.
He's Miles Dyson escorting Sarah Connor to Cyberdyne to nip it in the bud. Right? He's.
I think I missed that reference. Is that a Predator 5 reference?
That's Terminator 2. Miles Dyson takes Sarah Connor to Cyberdyne to blow it up because it's gotten the system has gotten out of control. Miles Dyson.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Yeah. Terminator 2. Rewatch it sometime. All right, Dave. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Dave Peck joining us on the Heroes Hotline. Our takeaways are next. All right, welcome back. You got Mark and Ernie on the drive. They're talking with Bill Koch, and you got Red Sox baseball at 5:45. Our Sox Prop, we're taking Connolly early, under 2.5 runs. That is your Caesars Sportsbook Sox Prop of the day. Greg, what are you leaving with today?
Love to see the Patriots get out of their comfort zone and do something they hadn't done in the past. A little bit of an overpay, but the return I will take. Love A.J. Brown as a Patriot.
Marcus, what about yourself?
Myles Garrett to the Rams. Very interesting. When I saw that come across my phone, I didn't really know what to make of it. Jared Verse over in Cleveland, good move. Very beneficial for both teams, I think.
Pat's pushing their chips into the middle, right? If you want a premium player, you got to pay a premium price. It's not like when you got Randy Moss for a 4th-round pick, and that ended up being the move of the century. So you got A.J. Brown, and you're going for it, right? Yep. You got a quarterback on a rookie contract, and now you got a top-line wide receiver, and hoping that ends up making you one of the elite teams in the AFC again. That's going to wrap it up for the Tuesday edition of the Morning Roast. Back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a great day.
Picture the two of you sitting side by side, a Mai Tai in your hands, and the sounds of Hawaii around you. You almost forget you're on a plane. And that's the point, because when you fly with Hawaiian Airlines, it's hard to tell where your flight ends and vacation begins. Hawaii starts here.
Sticky notes, email alerts, a string around your finger. They're just not big enough.
So here's a big reminder from the California Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is over $300 million. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player fine.